best pizza in the world, Mitsubishi. So, your first impressions?
Jesus.
Ready? Ready to go for a ride? First time in the Evo 10, which
finally.
You've heard of it from my old one like so many times because I've owned an Evo 10. I think I sold it like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So you've been
complaining about selling it ever since.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get back into one, and when this came up, I got super excited. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, I had another first drive video. The idle's a little rough. It's throwing a P0300 code, which is a random misfire. I was told by Rafe at RTT Motorsports, who from people in the community said the dude's like a legend in tuning Evos, that it's from the big injectors. It's running 2150s, causing a rough idle, which makes the car thinks it's misfiring, hence why that comes on. We'll see. So far, it feels extremely smooth under cruising, under wide open throttle. We're gonna take her for a ride. She's been stuck with my not so fast cars, even though they are extremely fun. I have a Fiat 124 Spider Abarth with a drop-in turbo that's a little bit bigger. A Fiat 500 Abarth, which is actually...
You had the BMW.
Yeah, well, I was going to go backwards, but right now, for the past years, it's been little 1.4 liter turbos. And right now, the 500's at Donnie over at New Jersey Speed Shop getting a bigger turbo on. But yes, I had the Golf R, which is not too different than this.
Recent,
but it was a DSG.
Yeah.
I love my manual. That thing was just like quick off the line. It just went. Like, the DSG sold me when I test drove it, but then I got tired of it after a year and a half. I wanted my manual back. But yes, the E92 M3 was supercharged, and that thing pulled really hard up top. That would be probably comparable to this in a different scenario. Comparable in the sense of like overall power maybe, but different.
You know what's funny is that when we met for like a good 2 years, you had that Corvette, which I don't think we've ever went on like a full throttle like ride in that car.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know that. I didn't even like record videos back then, so I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really have too much. I wish I started.
Like custom built and everything, right?
Oh, that one, yeah. Like, I got it through the Chevy website when. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, nowadays with COVID, can you even do that? Can you go to a website and build a car?
It depends on the brand. Like,
most want to like mark it up, so it's like yeah. All right, we're gonna go for a drive and see what her reaction is in this car, which is running an ETS 6266 Gen 2 turbo. It's flex fuel tuned. I believe I'm only on E40. It was like E67, E69. Yeah, E41 right now. It's about E42, E40 to E42.
What does that mean?
Ethanol content. It's flex fuel, so you can run different amounts of ethanol. He was tuned on E60, the previous owner, and said it made a little bit over 500 to the wheels. And on like pump, or I guess low ethanol content, it makes high 400s. I don't know, maybe 470, 480. My old Evo was about 470. I noticed right off the bat when I got the car and it was in like that E60, I think it was 67, 69, it was boosting 29 pounds. And then when I put 93 in and it went down to E40, it's only boosting 25 pounds. So it's definitely not as strong as when I got it, nor is it as strong as it could be. But we're still gonna go for a little ride and see what you think. I'm still getting used to the clutch. Like, it doesn't feel heavy, which is crazy, but it's still very like semi-aggressive and hopping between like a bajillion cars. Yeah, that's the thing. This thing just has a really sensitive throttle sensitivity. We're gonna try.
I already hurt my neck.
Well, then just keep your head straight when I accelerate.
Yeah.
I hate this. There's not enough room. Like, I hope I don't bottom out. I feel like I'm gonna bottom out a little bit because I can't turn the wheel. Okay, that was just a, that was just a hair. I'll take that. That was like nothing compared to the other day.
Oh my god.
When I got the car and it was in the driveway, like,
you backed up
like three times. Like three times. Yeah. Oh man, just getting behind the wheel again, I love it. It's like been, I think, 2-3 days that I haven't driven it because it's been snowing and then the car cover was wet. That's why I hate having a freaking car cover. I need a garage. But yeah.
I'm so not used to having like a real size car.
Right? You're so used to these little tiny things.
The 124 that's like literally this big, and the 500 small too. So this is like,
yeah, it actually has like usable everything. And I said it in the other video, which I'll link, like the first drive with my other buddy. This car is actually very daily drivable. Like, it's definitely built to the point where some folks don't think it is, but it's more daily drivable than my first Evo. It's really weird. I think it has a lot to do with the clutch. I had an Exetti twin disc, And that thing was like an on-off switch. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was just really aggressive. This one, I'm still getting used to it. Literally, this is my second drive with it, I think. But it's actually not bad once you get used to everything. And I bought the 500 as a daily driver, but this thing actually feels really freaking good.
I still think the 500's more of a daily driver than that.
No, it is. To be honest, it is. I just love the way this drives compared to the 500. This thing feels so planted to the road.
Sounds nice.
It's very, like, I love these engines. The 4B11 and the older ones, that's like the engine code, they sound pretty damn nice. I like them. But how does it drive? Just cruising like this?
No, it's very comfortable. I love the seats.
They hug you, right? Like left to right?
But no, this is
These are
definitely
Recaro.
comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot how nice the Recaro seats in these things are.
It's definitely like louder.
It's definitely
than
loud.
the other ones.
Yes. I almost want to say it's not as bad as the RSX in a way.
Oh, I don't know. I barely was in that car.
Yeah. It might not be as drony, but his car does drone. You know, when you've got a car and you kind of just open up the exhaust, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, it's not a bad thing.
It's got a nice tone to it, at least from the outside. Inside, it'll get a little drony at certain RPM. It's not terrible. This is with the NVIDIA N1, as they call it, N1 style exhaust, which is on drivendistrict.com if anyone is actually interested. I'll have some like sound clips in the future of it from outside and stuff. I'm excited because this is like my second drive with it. I've been wanting to drive it. I drove it the next day after I got it, and then it started raining, snowing, trying to keep it clean under a car cover, and then finally today it was like, all right, it's a day that I can take it out.
So it feels good to be in a fast car again.
It does. Like the other ones are super
I
fun.
must say, out of all the cars, recent cars at least, your Fiats. Whenever I tell my friends at work, when I told them about, they're like, oh okay, like I don't know, maybe make fun of you a little bit. Not.
They don't know how fun those things are.
I know. I stick up for it. Jesus.
How does it feel? Little
Good.
rip?
Yeah. Fast. But when I told them about this car, they were like, damn. One of the guys was like, yeah, those are like super rare and like worth so much now.
They're going up in value.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, and it's got like 20,000 miles.
So that was a little third gear rip before. Of course, we got traffic.
Oh, that sucks. On the way back, there's no traffic. Jesus.
How's that little second gear rip?
Good. We gotta get going backwards so there's no traffic. No, it feels good.
Compared to all the other little cars that you've been in with me, how does that?
You could
does it
definitely
push you back?
tell. Yes, you could definitely tell the power difference for sure. All of them are fun to ride in though. The way I guess maybe it's
They're
just
all
the way
like,
you drive.
yeah, they're all different and fun in their own ways, but this
Yeah.
is like just the complete package. Although it is like less daily drivable than the other two to get to this level. But it just drives amazing at the same time. It's like weird. So your first impressions from just driving it, that pull, sound, the way it drives, everything, power, what do you think?
It feels really solid compared to the other two cars, like super solid.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, and grounded, like you said, but I think solid is a good word for that.
Yeah.
And hell yeah, it's really, really powerful. Reminds me of the BMW. Different though, because it's totally different sound, right?
Yeah, yes. I love
And I
the
got it. It's been a
S65
while,
engine
but
in
it's
92
totally
M3s.
different sound.
Yeah, that's a V8, a high revving V8. It kind of has that like,
Oh, that was a V8?
it was a V8, but it was a small V8, a 4.0. It was kind of like that more European, exotic sounding V8. It revved to like 8,000
That
RPM.
would sound really good too.
It was
This
like
is
completely
This
different.
one's more like
It's a four banger,
grungy.
but it sounds nice though.
grungy.
Grungy, yeah.
Compared to that.
Yeah.
But 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right, like we're rating pizza over here. Reminds me of that Barstool pizza guy. 10 out of 10. Best pizza in the world, Mitsubishi. Yeah, the crazy thing is right now the car is making probably a little under 500 wheel horsepower. The turbo in this car is good to like 700-800 or more to the wheels.
Yeah.
It just needs to build the engine. The engine needs some work, some strengthening to keep up with it and actually be safe. Even right now, I'm kind of pushing, you know, it's okay being in the 500s.
The engine would need work?
Yeah, like built a little bit. Like people, they sleeve the block, pistons, rods, upper valve train stuff. Maybe a set of cams,
think right now you're
springs.
pushing it on that?
Nah, I don't know. Like, from what I've read, the torque is what really damages transmission and engine. And having a bigger turbo like this turbo, actually the power does not come on until like really high up, which is good. So you don't have a lot of torque. My old Evo actually made more torque than this, but horsepower is kind of like what you feel up top. So this car actually is safer almost in a way. But, you know, I think maybe people have hit 600 on what's called a stock block without like touching it, but to be safe you want to be like in the 500s wheel horsepower and under 400 wheel torque to have like a safe, reliable that you can enjoy, from what I heard from recollection. I'm gonna enjoy it like this. As you can tell, it's quick.
Yeah.
And it's still not at full potential. It's at E40.
So yeah, away from these cars, I feel like I haven't felt it yet. The other cars, you can drive around like our neighborhood and when you feel it and it's fun.
Yes.
This one is not so much. You got to get on the highway so you can feel it. That's what we were talking about last time.
Yeah, in the 500,
like
which I'll link the 500 video.
Yeah, with a fast car, you can not that you only enjoy it, but you can go to the limits. Not as much. Like, the 500 and the 124, you could be ripping it all over town.
Exactly.
And,
you can literally red line it, like red light to red light. You're not getting.
So that's why this one I felt like was a little bit more calm. But once you get on the highway, then
it just opens the fuck up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little Fiats, they're so fun around town and in turns and stuff. Where this one, you definitely want to like be on a highway, or you won't be able to use it.
Super solid.
When I go wide open throttle?
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now it's like not too bad.
No, it's when you...
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a known thing though. That's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. None of your cars with that. I mean, with me, at least.
Yep, no, none of my cars.
But you was used to do that.
I think it was my first Evo, because I had a 9 and a 10. I don't know if the 10, I can't remember. This is a 10.
Oh.
I just don't remember if my 10 had the open dump like this. I'm pretty...
Oh, that's an option?
Well, it's a modification. You don't... you can't get it from the manufacturer. I don't think it's... You know what?
So it's a modification. Okay.
It's a modification to the downpipe where your wastegate is, and it basically dumps air out when it like, again, I'm not like the most scientific into it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a portion of your exhaust being open under the car to a degree, if I'm making sense.
Okay.
And yeah, it has to do with turbo applications and how the wastegate and turbo functions.
Yeah, that really pushed you back though. I'm sorry, I cut you off. That really pushed you back.
I can't believe how much traffic there is right now. Like, it's 3:40.
I know,
Why? Where? How?
Honestly, when you said you wanted to get out early, I was thinking more of the sun, and I knew the sun would go down around like 4-ish, something like that. I didn't think this time would be. It's not traffic. It's just not where
just
you can
rip it. Just a lot of cars. Yeah. If I was in my Fiat, I could rip it because it'll take like 5 minutes to get to the car in front of me. This one, on the other hand, it's like 2 seconds, you're at the car in front of you.
Well, maybe Eisenhower will be able to.
But yeah, now that you felt the power,
yeah,
what do you think compared
it's
to all my little toys? You know,
those are all fun. They're fun. It's just totally different. Totally different. Okay, that felt like a roller coaster. That felt like a roller coaster, for sure.
That was second and third gear. Probably up to like 7,500 RPM. Factory redline, I think, is about 7, give or take. Previous owner said it's tuned to 8,000 RPM. I don't feel comfortable bringing it to there because I know my previous Evo with a stock block and everything, Evo 10, was tuned to like supposedly around 75, and that's where I would shift. So I just feel more comfortable shifting around 75. I think the other day I brought it up to like 77, 78. But that's another thing about building the car. It's you can rev higher safely, and I have a turbo that makes power all the way to the top. You know this. Even someone who's not like the most into cars, you know how my little Fiat with the small turbo, we always say it loses power up top?
Yeah.
Because it has such a small turbo. This turbo,
This is the opposite.
it's really big. So it doesn't have a lot down low, but it will make power up top and keep making power up top well past what I currently even have the redline set at. But to rev that high safely and not blow your engine, you do need to do some stuff to it. But, you know, I'll enjoy it as is for now, and then know that I have like a nice setup in the future if I want to keep going and grow with it.
Yeah. I'll lie. I'm just so happy you got this. I can't believe it even. I mean, not like that. I've heard it for the past, we're going on 8 years together. For the past 8 years.
And I've brought it up probably
you've
like
had
sporadically.
several cars. Your OGs from the beginning to now. But I've always heard about the Evos.
Yep.
The Evos.
But you never experienced it.
I never experienced it, never saw them in person, obviously, I mean, yours at least. But you always said how much you regretted getting rid of them and how much you missed it. If it was the one car you could get back, it would be the If it was the one car you could get back, it would be the Evo.
Yep, and I've said it to folks too, but like having them hear it from you probably know that 12 years I just been talking about like, I want to get back into an Evo, I want to get back into an Evo. Like it's been forever. I've been with you for 8 years, and I've said it.
20,000, you know,
21,000. About to hit 21,100. It's not even 20 yet. 21,000, not even 100. Yeah, 21,094 right now. You know, at first when I got it, like I said in my other videos, I was a little bit paranoid, but as you can tell, like, yes, it's built up a little bit to the degree of like, it's a little like jerky here and there with the clutch and everything and the power. Other than that, it feels smooth. Like when you're driving it, even the engine, it pulls linear. Actually, it's funny, this in a Fiat, the new one, the 500, are the same model year.
2015.
Yeah, 2015, and then the 124 is a 2017.
And my car, 2022. You still never did a video.
Yes, we need to do that. 2022 TLX A-Spec, right?
Yes. All-wheel drive.
Yes, we need to do a video on that. Maybe not after we drive this, because then it's going to feel like a little snail, but you know, maybe we'll drive like the 500, it'll be a little similar to that or something. But no, that car is nice, I like it.
I don't think the 500 is anything similar to my car.
I mean, like power-wise, it's the slowest out of my 3 currently. So we're trying to get like a slower car, so then yours doesn't feel that slow. Since, you know, we go straight from this to that, we're going to be like, hello, throttle, where are you?
I rip at getting work. Full throttle the whole way to work and back.
So yeah, I think we're gonna be almost back. We're gonna try and keep this short, not too crazy long. So if you're interested in more on this build, be sure to subscribe and check out drivendistrict.com for some car performance parts, merch. I have already some stuff that's on here, like the exhaust and the clutch on the website. You know, my girlfriend Bonnie, if you're new from watching this because of the Evo, she's not in the channel too much, but I'm going to try incorporating her a little bit more. I had a first drive with her in the Fiat 500, a bunch of other cars. So yeah, be sure to subscribe if you're interested in more content. Check her out on YouTube and Instagram. We said it in the other video. There's really nothing there yet. We're just starting something because she sells cars. She's a car sales lady, if you didn't know. She loves tattoos, has them all over. So she has an Instagram and a YouTube called Inked Car Girl, which I will link below. Definitely give a follow on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube. Again, it's still kind of growing, but we got plans to kind of expand her car sales and everything.
Some on the YouTube, right?
Yeah, I have a couple, what is it called,
but
shorts.
Not Instagram.
Not yet. I got to put some stuff up. But yeah, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this setup. Educate me on future parts and builds for this. I've been at the Evo scene for like 12 years, and even then I didn't have a car that was this potent, so to say. So I gotta start being careful for the little things. You know, chat about the P0300 code according to the tuner. It's a random misfire code, even though the car's not misfiring. It's apparently just because of the big injectors being 2150, causing a rough idle, making a car think it's misfiring, even though it's not. I don't know. Drop a comment. We'll chat down there. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.
I didn't say bye because that van made me nervous.
Well, you can say bye now. So we're turning the camera back on. There was like a van that made her nervous because there was like someone was about to cut me off and she didn't get to say bye. So
you never stop.
say
okay.
now you can say bye to the camera.
Oh.